Today I've put 36 all-time NBA teams into one league together. Now for those of you good with math, yeah, there's only 30 NBA franchises, so I had to get creative for 6 more. In addition to classic squads like LeBron and the all-time Heat, Michael Jordan and the all-time Bulls, an all-time Celtic squad to rule them all, I've also chosen 4 franchises and split them up into multiple teams. Over the past 2 decades, we've seen the Nets shift to Brooklyn and the Thunder move to OKC. Previously, they were the New Jersey Nets and Seattle Sonics respectively, so I've created teams for those specific eras. Additionally, both the Kings and Warriors have a very rich history prior to rebranding as Sacramento and Golden State respectively, so those franchises each get 2 all-time teams. And finally, to get up to 36, a nice round number, I got creative, introducing the all-time short squad on the left and the all-time tall team on the right, with rosters comprised of the shortest and tallest handful of players in NBA history at each position. Do we get a new look squad running these all-time streets, or one of the OGs? I guess we'll find out. Oh wow, our season 1 MVP is Larry Bird. Okay, his numbers for this simulation very strong, 19, 5, and 9. That's just, I'm surprised it's not Oscar Robertson or LeBron, to be honest. 6th man of the year went to Ray Allen, the all-time Seattle Son. Ray Allen's coming off the bench. He's like a 94 overall. Scottie Pippen, DPOY, yeah, that checks out. Kevin Durant, clutch, but oh my gosh, I split them up, and I think the all-time Thunder and Sonics both might have been amazing. First team All-NBA, Larry Bird. See, there you go. 2 LeBrons make first team All-NBA, Cavs and Heat. We've got Bob Pettit, shout out to one of the OGs, and there's KD. All-NBA second, we've got Bob McAdoo, Tim Duncan, D Wade, Rick Barry from the all-time Philadelphia San Francisco Warriors, and Kevin Garnett from the T-Wolves. I put emphasis on Rick Barry there because he's actually also on the all-time Golden State Warriors team because he played for both versions of that franchise. Anyways, he's killing it apparently. As our All-NBA third team includes T-Mac, okay, Penny, oh, both all-time Magic, sure, Chris Webber, Bill Walton, and there's Wilt from the OG Warriors. Okay, they might have been good. Very brief look at the playoff bracket. So the all-time Lakers, the 1 seed in the West, the Celtics, 1 seed in the East. Okay, so that's a well done 2K. That actually makes a lot of sense. I see the short dudes are in there, but I don't think the tall boys. Okay, let's move on.
Hey Winnie, how's it go? Okay guys, I just need to share. I got my dog, she's beautiful, Winnie, so many gifts for Christmas. Like, we spoiled her, all right? Toys of all kinds, and this toy right here, I think a squirrel, might be a rat. That's her favorite, all right? She's not gonna show it now. She's a little camera shy, but yeah, that's her favorite. I don't understand it. But speaking of Christmas, belated Christmas gifts, ladies and gentlemen,
I am once again here to shout out my sponsor, Underdog Fantasy, who be giving out gifts all year round. Season-long fantasy football just wrapped up, as I'm sure many of you know. I actually won 2 leagues out of 5 I play in. It's pretty amazing, but I took a championship L in another one. I'm still shook up about it. Like, I'm still not okay. Yeah. What was I talking about again? Oh, right. Underdog. The fun simply does not stop, as right through the end of the NFL regular season and into the playoffs, you can build countless pick'em entries to up the drama of any collection of games you're watching. A cool feature that some of you may like if you're new to Underdog and don't know, the ability to ensure pick'em entries. You don't have to be perfect to walk away a winner. Maybe you prefer competing directly with others, though. I've got good news. For the NFL and NBA, there are nightly drafts and tournaments to enter. They take maybe 5 minutes to complete, and you could win big. Use my code JCAN right now when you sign up at Underdog, and they'll match your first deposit up to $100 and give you a mystery pick'em special. Once again, that's code JCAN. Link is down below with other information. Just don't get too cute with your Underdog picks, because that's Winnie's job, okay?
she really is the cutest dog, though. You go ahead and chew on your squirrel rat thing. I do not care. I'll buy you all the gifts, baby.
A closer look at the standings reveals that, yeah, the Celtics were really good. Our all-time short squad won 50 games. Yes, sir. The Heat, Cavs, a couple LeBron teams. The tall boys missed the playoffs, and so did MJ and the Bulls. Really? And the all-time Magic were the worst in the East. They had 2 All-NBAers. Just another lesson of sometimes those accolades don't mean anything. The all-time Lakers won 58 games, followed closely by the Spurs. Okay, the OG Kings, the OG Warriors are both way up there. And also, wow, that surprised me. I couldn't even get the words out. Both versions of the all-time Warriors and both versions of the all-time Kings made the playoffs. 4, that is crazy. I can't believe that worked out. Oh, I forgot I have 18 teams per conference. conference. Okay, I have to go look back at the East again. Yeah, all those Warrior Kings teams making the playoffs means, yeah, both our Sonics and Thunder team, if I hadn't have split them up, they probably would have been amazing. It is what it is. And I disrespected the Magic, actually the worst team in the East, the all-time Brooklyn Nets and all-time New Jersey. Gosh darn it, dude. So me splitting up the Nets franchise and the Thunder franchise, that was bad for them respectively, but for Golden State and Sacramento, apparently it worked amazingly. Can I just say, of course, each of these rosters, I'll probably mention this a bunch of times, each roster is amazing, but the all-time tall team, they look really good. Honestly, it's probably balanced. Like, they do have point guards and shooting guards, but it's mostly center. Fair enough. I can see why they missed the playoffs, I guess. The top end talent on the all-time Thunder, man, KG, Shea, Russ, MV, Paul George, James Harden, really, I guess they were on the fringe of the playoffs. It makes sense. There's a lot of good teams, I'll say again. How in the world was Ray Allen coming off the bench for this? Yo, maybe if you would have started Ray Allen, y'all would have made the playoffs there all-time Seattle. Okay. Leading the league in points, Kevin Durant from the all-time Thunder. Again, all these numbers are always nerfed a bit because there's so many good players in this league. Bob McAdoo from the all-time Clippers, T-Mac Dirk. Okay, there's Rick Barry from one of the Warrior squads. Rookie KD's way up there too. Dr. J, Clyde, Wilt was amazing. We know that. There's our first LeBron, Spencer Haywood. Okay, lots of fun names in here. Dominique, Vince Carter on that horrible all-time Nets team. There's our second LeBron, Luka Harden rounding out the top 20. Magic was dropping dimes for the all-time tall team, but it wasn't good enough. LeBron, yo, how did LeBron for the all-time Cavs not win MVP? I think Larry Bird might have stole that. Walt Frazier, Penny averaging double-doubles. Oh, that's why LeBron didn't win MVP. He's an 8 seed in the East. He's also going to get first rounded by Larry Bird, I fear. Yeah, we kind of saw that coming. Shout out to LeBron and the Cavs for taking one game off Boston at least.
Garbage day.
We do have 2 game 7s here in round 1, and it includes our all-time short squad. They pushed the all-time Heat, another LeBron team, to 7 games and filed away under things you absolutely hate to see. They kind of got stomped in game 7. Did the all-time short squad. You know what? They gave it their all. Pretty good season. Wow, LeBron was really that dude in game 7. 31, 11, and 14. Okay. My guy Elgin Baylor tried to show out for the short squad. AI, Donovan Mitchell just wasn't enough. They came up short. I'm sorry. That pun, it was like right there. I had to say I'm an idiot. So just ignore me.
You need to stop.
We do have a second game 7. This one from the West, and it is the all-time Rockets versus the all-time, I think this is the Philadelphia, yeah, it is the Philadelphia San Francisco Warriors. Okay. Wow, and this one's not even close. Wilt, Rick Barry, and these OGs are moving on to round 2. I'm actually pretty happy that happened. Not to be biased, but I'm happy because that means the Philly San Francisco Warriors, as well as the Cincinnati Kansas City Royals, they both move on to round 2. So at least 2 of the 6 new all-time teams I created, like, it paid off. Also, the other Warriors are still in round 2 as well. Dog, they're so stacked. Just a refresher here, the all-time Cincinnati/Kansas City Royals, who became the Sacramento Kings. It's all very confusing. Big O, Jerry Lucas, Nate Archibald, Wayne Embry. This is a super small team, kind of built for the modern era, I guess. Well, on the flip side, the all-time Philadelphia/San Francisco Warriors, they're just all big. Wilt Chamberlain, Rick Barry, I should have made him a small forward. Paul Arizin is a 6'4" small forward. He's also on the all-time short squad. Neil Johnston, I guess Wilt and Rick are carrying. Over in the East, meanwhile, we had a second LeBron-led all-time team fall to the Celtics. At least the Heat took a couple of games. But we do have a pair of game 7, starting with the Kansas City, Cincinnati Royals, Kings, whatever you want to call them, against the all-time Golden State Warriors. Okay. Oh, this game was actually really tight. It was actually really tight. The Golden State Wow, it became a 6-point game as I was talking. We've also got a second game 7 in round 2, the Philadelphia 76ers against the all-time Knicks. So many historic teams advancing in these playoff rounds. It kind of makes sense. But man, I gotta be honest, like, for the content, for video purposes, I'd love a clutch finish in one of these game 7s. This one was, 12-point game, not a blowout, but not a clutch finish, no. And unfortunately, after me trying to make these new teams a thing, hype them up, we are left with the all-time Lakers, all-time Golden State, the all-time Celtics, and all-time 76ers in the Final Four. That is, like, probably the most predictable outcome that you could have asked for. Even with me decimating the all-time Golden State Warriors, I split their team into two and they're still there. Even lopping off the really old players from this Golden State roster, including Wilt Chamberlain, Steph, KD, Rick Barry. I told you he was on both squads. Chris Mullin, Tim Hardaway. I mean, they still have just so much talent. Nate Thurmond is also on both Warrior teams. He played for, forever. That team is very good, but now in hindsight, I'm thinking maybe I should have just divided up the Celtics and Lakers team into two franchises as well, because, I mean, look at this. Is Golden State really going to take down this LA squad? Same goes for the Celtics. You see their roster right here. But to be honest, I didn't want to hurt the Celtics or Lakers because their fans sometimes be vocal and I didn't want to get yelled at. So anyways, they might win one of these two teams, but one of them will lose. Or maybe, wow, the all-time 76ers, they're a little bit better than I remember seeing on paper. They too have a lot of big men, but they've got Allen Iverson. Maybe it'll work. Back in the West, there indeed would be no upset. The Lakers were simply that team, pal. A 4-1 drubbing of Golden State. They beat both all-time Warrior squads to advance to the finals. However, we did have some hope for chaos in the East as the surprisingly stacked Sixers squad was able to wound the all-time Celtics early. Boston would battle back as you'd expect, but we were barreling towards a classic finish. Please, NBA 2K lords, overlords, give us a clutch finish to this game, then maybe game 7. Maybe give us an upset. I'm sorry, Celtic fans. Oh my goodness. I'm actually sorry, Celtic fans. I've been preying on your team's downfall for really no good reason. I just want good content, of course. Now it seems I've jinxed them as it's a tie game late in the fourth. Allen Iverson has taken both or all three, whatever, however many possessions I've seen, he's taken every clutch shot, but now he's gonna dime off to Joel. That's a great read, and Philly is back on top. A stop without a foul, and then a rebound from the, oh my gosh, Larry Bird just chucked it up immediately. That horrible animation. I couldn't even get through what I was gonna say. And what I was gonna say is a stop might kind of end it. Wait a minute, what? Hey, hi! I'm busy rambling here. Did he shoot that? I mean, they got the 2-for-1, but that was a dumb shot. Granted, it would have ended the game completely if he made it, but he did not. Joel, you gotta lock up. Philly is playing very good defense here. Bob Cousy's out there. That's a pretty good look. Bob Cousy missed, though. I high-key can't believe it, but I think Philly has indeed forced a game 7. They need one more stop. Oh, I thought I counted my chickens before they hatched, but no, Larry bricked it. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. An NBA Finals spot on the line. Can the Philadelphia, the all-time 76ers, pull this off? I swear, if I cut back to this and it's a blowout, I'm going to be so sad. No! Oh, my gosh. Bob Cousy wins Eastern Conference Finals MVP, getting the last laugh over JJ Redick. Yeah. Brother, I don't even want to tell you how long I spent making the roster, preparing this video. We just have all-time Lakers and Celtics anyway. Like, we all could have predicted that. We at least got to find something interesting about the playoff sim. So all-time Philadelphia Warriors, Wilt Chamberlain has led the playoffs in scoring. LeBron was putting up numbers. There's Big O Oscar Robertson, who surprisingly didn't win MVP in this sim. James Harden's up there. Gilbert Arenas out there. The least we could do is have an epic finish to our NBA Finals as the all-time Celtics have taken a 3-2 series lead. Yo, all-time Lakers, man. Boston thinks they're better than you. You better step it up at the Garden. Ah, well, SMH, dude. My beautiful Boston accent delivery. They're not playing at the Garden. They're playing in LA. That's too bad. It's Hollywood, baby. It's really dumb, but it's really hilarious. The Lakers have 5 centers on the court. Wilt Chamberlain is running the point. Shaq is at the 4. They've got AD, Kareem, George Mikan out there, and they don't have a bucket. In classic 2K fashion, there's no whistles, no timeout, so Boston is fumbling the bag. I mean, LA, who knows what they're doing right now. This is hilarious. This is really how it's going to end. But no. Between the two most historic franchises of all time, Wilt on the chase down. Get out of here, Bob Cousy, with your freaking 13-inch vertical. Get that out. Oh, no, Wilt can't hit free throws. Nah, this is really a comedy of errors. Okay, Wilt makes the second. Both teams have subbed in actual guards and small forwards, normal lineups. Bill Russell, why are you jumping, Shaq? That was so dumb. Where do they go for a game when, honestly, Kevin McHale guarding LeBron? I'm sorry, old heads, but like that just would not work in real life. So this is good. Let LeBron cook. Is 2K gonna give Kevin McHale the clamps? Oh, they are. They are terrible. Take by LeBron, but never mind. It goes in. That is clutch. I didn't doubt LeGoat. That was all of you in the comment section, right? It wasn't me. It couldn't be me. Buckle in, ladies and gentlemen. Game 7, all-time Lakers, all-time Celtics for all the marbles. And this time we are indeed packed down by the Garden to watch some hoops. Game 7, Celtics up 2. Jerry West with a lane. He gets fouled. Where do the Lakers go? Oh, speaking of chucking up there, Elgin. Elgin just did that from the 50s. Oh my gosh, he was wide open. That was a good shot. And we've got a 3-point. Okay, they're just gonna keep doing it. Magic, you've got Kuzi out there. Oh, Magic's wide open from the mid-range, and he nails it. So it makes sense that they're playing great offense. But can anyone D up? Just like that, it is 35 seconds left. So Boston just got the 2-for-1 if they want, unless the Lakers go super quick. Yee, don't throw a lob. Oh my gosh. Like, I know that's prime AD down there, but come on, son. Elgin defending Larry Bird, but not well enough. That's why he's the MVP. No shot clock now. The Lakers, I mean, any basket. No, don't tell me you're going at Bill Russell in the clutch. You're nope. Why? He's a 98 overall. Why would you do that? Someone explain it to me. I am not rooting for the Lakers in this situation. It just, wow, Bill missed both. It just annoys me when teams do dumb things. Okay, let me stop commentating. There is 6 seconds left. The Lakers are not calling a timeout. Magic could have just hit LeBron for a layup. Instead, it's LeBron with a dumb shot put animation again for the second game in a row. I didn't think that would go. Oh, Bob Cousy missed. What a finish. Bob Cousy is celebrating with the Lakers because 2K24 is broken, but man, that was an insane finish to game 6 and 7. The all-time Lakers just did that. Why am I even showing this? It's so freaking glitch, man. But LeBron, that was insane. 2 straight game winners. The all-time Lakers win a championship over the all-time Celtics. Does that count as number 18 right there? Despite LeBron winning 2 straight games just before the buzzer, Magic gets finals MVP. Fair enough. 14 and 10. He was great. But as epic as those 2 clutch finishes were, and I did appreciate them, I think we got to run it back, man. We need a team, not the Lakers or Celtics, to dominate. That would be nice. Let's see if we get it. And in year 2, it's Magic. Oh, hold on. Wow, it took me. That is not Lakers Magic. That's the tall team Magic. Okay. Yeah, maybe we do have a new team arriving. LeBron, T-Mac, KD, and LeBron first team All-NBA. That looks familiar. Yo, look at All-NBA second. I see Giannis from the tall team. They might have come through. Yes, they did. No. Oh my gosh. They did make the playoffs. So did the short team, but they're playing each other first round. Come on, son. Once again, in the West, it was the all-time Lakers. We got the OG Kings franchise, the OG Warrior franchise again, but none of the more recent versions of those teams make it. The all-time Sonics got in. Unfortunately, the all-time Thunder still fumbling. Looks like a lot of the similar playoff teams. Okay. I mean, it makes it. Oh, look at the all-time Knicks. I would take that, man. Knocking off the Celtics, but the 76ers are still up there. The tall and short teams. MJ's Bulls made the playoffs and won LeBron squad. Once again, leading the league in scoring, Kevin Durant, Bob McAdoo. This might be like the exact same top 4. T-Mac, Rick Barry, and there's LeBron. I would say robbed of MVP, but I don't think the all-time Cavs were that great. And Magic was kind of that guy, pal. Our short versus tall matchup has gone 3-2 with the short Kings leading the way. I'm sorry, we can't let this go unnoticed, Brad. The all-time tall team with MVP Magic, they got to make a run here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Force a game 7. All right. Wait. But tall people always get the light shined on them, figuratively and literally. Hold on. Let's go short Kings. Close this thing out in 7, boys. Oh, no. I think I jumped on their bandwagon too late. All right. The tall team is up by 4 points right now. The short Kings are still in it, man. Wes Unseld at center. Chuck Barkley at the 4. They're so small. Look at all these mismatches, dude. Oh, Giannis. Wait, why is Giannis kicking it out? Oh, that's why. Page is kind of wide. Page is shooting over Calvin Murphy. I mean, that's just a cheat code, brother. So the all-time tall team advances. They'll face, indeed, the Knicks. Okay, they were the 1 seed. We've once again got Boston and Philly in the second round. Please, Philly, do us a favor, man. Take out the Celtics. Well, over in the West, we've got the all-time Lakers, the all-time Nuggets. Once again, the OG Warriors have advanced. They're facing the Spurs. Okay. And that series has indeed gone to 7. Let's see it. Tim Duncan inside in OT puts the Spurs back up. Wilt's inside, tying it back up. Kawhi Leonard on the wing. I thought they were going to run a play for D-Rob. It's Kawhi instead pulling up from the mid and missing. Wow. Fair enough. Who's got a game winner in a man? It's going to be a pick and roll to Wilt. Does he slip open? Al Addles throws a terrible lob. That was so dumb. The Spurs, though, no timeouts. We're going to double OT, ain't we? Unless Kawhi? Is that a game? That's a game winner. Yo, as that was unfolding, I kind of saw it coming. Wow. Kawhi. We indeed have the all-time Spurs off to the West Finals. Unfortunately, against the all-time Lakers, that might not go well. And in much more tragic news, I can't do anything but tell you all the facts right now. Even though they suck, our all-time tall team fell in 6 games to the Knicks. I mean, at least they took 2, but yeah, they're eliminated. And the Knicks move on to face Boston in the East Final. Oh no. We all know what the all-time Lakers and Celtics look like respectively. How about the all-time Knicks? Walt Frazier, Willis Reed, Pat Ewing. It's a solid squad. A trio of 90s down here, decently deep. I don't know. Maybe they could make it happen. happen. They are the 1 seed. While the all-time Spurs team I was just hyping up, we watched them get a clutch dub. Their top end talent is nuts, bro. 595 overalls or better, but it kind of drops off a cliff there. Definitely not deep like the Lakers. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm doing it live. I'm not making it epic, not putting in B-roll. I am simulating round. If I see Lakers and Celtics, this video is gonna be over in like literally 45 seconds. Please, NBA 2K24 overlords, don't let it happen. Do not let it happen.
Watch your profanity.
No, and the Spurs pushed it to game 7. I could have watched that unfold. What was I thinking? I wasn't thinking about the content, ladies and gentlemen. That's on me. 3-3 series. Do the Celtics get their revenge, or do the all-time Lakers win both our championships in this video? Wow, they do not. The Boston Celtics back at the Garden with a big 26-point victory in game 7, winning our year 2 all-time team's NBA championship. Yeah, that's number 18 for them. Oh, what is 2K? Yo, you don't glitch out the Celtics championship. I don't see Kobe or LeBron celebrating with them. What's that about? Yeah, that's not equal. Larry Bird wins Finals MVP. Definitely the winner of this video. Individually, he's been all over the place. And speaking of equal, gosh, why am I doing this? We can't have the Lakers win one, the Celtics win one. We can't have that be the end of this video, right? We at least have to break the tie between the two. Give me like 5 seconds. And 5 seconds later, look at that. We had Cincinnati and we had Washington into the West and East Finals respectively. Guess what? Neither team won and made the finals. It's the Boston Celtics winning best 2 of 3 in this video. Oh, there you go. And for those of you that stuck around this entire video, there's probably already like a million comments saying I should have split up the Lakers and Celtics all-time teams. Like, maybe that would have been the logical thing to do instead of complaining about their dominance. But for the teams I did split up, there was like a logical reason to do that. Like, Sacramento was Cincinnati, Kansas City for a long time. Same with the other, like, Boston's been Boston this entire time. I could have taken Minneapolis Lakers players off their team, but that wouldn't have made a difference. Anyways, I hope you still enjoyed this video. It's always a blast to record with the all-time team, so I hope you enjoyed.